All right, we're here. We made it. We are live once again. Hang on, folks. Give me a second here. Let's switch it over. All right. Sorry, you're going to have to see my face here in a second. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Monday Night Live here on the Dirt Track Untold channel on YouTube and Facebook. I'm your host, Jordon Cox. Welcome. What's up? What's going on? How we doing? Everybody come on in. Let's get going here. Let's get going. Hang on 1 second. We're going to get our comments situated here, guys. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know you're here. Make sure you like the video for me. I'd appreciate that. What's up? How we doing? It's Monday. We had some racing just about everywhere this weekend, so we got a lot to talk about. Hang on, I want to be able to throw your comments up on the screen here, so let me do that real quick. Let me get that going. Got to copy and paste a few things. There we go. So I should have you guys up here in a second. What's going on? Guys, welcome in to the show that has recently been reviewed as... Let's see here. Let's see. Recently been reviewed as... I'd rather watch paint dry for an hour. What is this? And... worst video so far, by far. Guys, we've made it, right? We've made it. Jay, good evening. How you doing? What do we got here? Tim, how you doing? We got your comments going in. Boom. Dave, what's up? Nicholas, how you been? Good to see you. Ronald, how you doing? Billy Buzz Smith, watching from Southington, Connecticut, right? CT's Connecticut. Why am I second guessing myself? What's up? How you doing? Jay. Dennis, you're not late. You're good. Checking in from North Carolina. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. How you doing? Valor View News. No, I just thought it was fun. You got to throw a little funny bit in there. It's funny. It's all good. Don over on Facebook. How you doing? Wally, what's up? Appreciate you watching on both. That helps. That helps everything when you do that. Not everybody has to do that, but I appreciate the ones that do. Let's see, Raymond, what do you got? Junior should be applauded for the way he handled that accident Saturday night in New Egypt, worrying about another driver like he did. Listen, yes, absolutely. We can get a couple extra claps in for Billy tonight for everything that he accomplished on Saturday night, and the entire crew and all the people that helped Billy get back on racetrack. We'll talk about that a little bit here. But yeah, Billy checking on Tanner like that was definitely a class act. We were all worried about Tanner in that moment because it was a scary incident for sure. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, absolutely. You did. Hey, my dad races 602. Sarah Harrison. Where does he race 602s? You absolutely didn't. So I'm going to put that up there. I'm not going to put the other one up. People can see it in the chat. It's all good. Jay, watching from Holland, Michigan tonight. Appreciate all the checker flags there, BWA. Thank you. Jeff, you're good. We're just hanging out. We just got in here. We're just hanging, man. I was late. I was about 5 minutes late. So it's all good. Selena, it's all good. No, we're good. It was a hard hit. Yes, it was. Yeah, I mean anybody that if you're checking in here and you haven't seen, our one of our dirt track untold drivers, Billy Pauch Jr. Was in a pretty gnarly wreck, involved in a pretty gnarly wreck there at New Egypt Speedway on Saturday night. Another driver spun out in front of I want to say about half the field. Collected Tanner Van Dorn and Billy. Billy getting into Tanner as he got into the driver that spun. Sorry, Brian Cool was the one that spun. Sorry, Brian, I'm not picking on anybody. Listen, I know you said your piece, and if anybody here, see the wreck. Listen, everybody messes up. Brian just messed up, and it is what it is. We all do it. We've all been through it. Brian spun out and lost it in front of everybody there, and Tanner was collected. Billy was collected. Billy hit Tanner with nowhere to go. Yeah, car up in the air. Both cars kind of went up in the air. Tanner ended up going over. Billy got out of the car, rushed over to check on both Tanner and Brian, and was able to get back out. And I'll show the picture of the front end of the car. What the welder was able to put back together, and everybody was able to get back together and put Billy back on the racetrack. But if you want to watch it, go back. It should be the most recent vlog that we put out, and you'll be able to go back and watch the incident. I might show it here, but we got some stuff to talk about. But definitely a hard hit there, and Billy did the right thing. I'm sure he thought his car was done, but also just wanted to get out, realized the situation, and got out and wanted to check on everybody. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean to the point where like I got down. By the time I got down there, me and Mikey Butler were running down, and Mikey kind of just jumped in. He's quicker than I am, but he just kind of jumped in there. And eventually, you just get to the point where if it's more than 4 or 5 guys in that kind of situation working on the front end of a race car like that, somebody's got to step back and just kind of realize that everybody's kind of got a job. Shane and Todd were all in there with Mikey and Dan, and everybody just kind of jumped in, just started doing their thing, and then eventually everybody else just kind of has to watch, be ready to maybe grab tools or other parts like shocks and get the tire ready and stuff. My dad and I were kind of to the front. My dad had to disconnect the distributor and all that so that he can start welding, and then I was just kind of by Billy at the driver window, kind of not that I can do anything in that situation, but everyone else was taking care of everything up front. But a lot of other drivers and crews and stuff were down there, and I mean, I bet everybody thought that he wasn't going to get back out. The way that car looked, but they bent everything back. That shocked. Let me just put that picture up here real quick while we're sitting here talking about it. Sorry, I didn't resize it, but there you go. Hang on. I'm just going to put the comments away here for a second. I mean, this is what the front end looked like afterwards, after they tore it all apart yesterday. But that shock tower was all collapsed and bent over against the rest of the car. They bent it back. Mikey Butler was bending it back. Dan Fleming bent it back the one way. Mikey bent it back the other way, and it snapped off, which was actually a good thing because it snapped off, and they were able to just put it back in a stand-up position. And Fox Welding came over there. Shout out to Tom Fox. I can't believe I can remember his name. Tom. Well, then you can see there's he put a piece on there between the shock tower and the the front bumper slug there, and just started. This is in minutes, guys. I mean, people were writing stupid comments like, oh yeah, that's a terrible welding job. It's like, yeah, well, you know, it held, and this, you're talking about minutes that this took, and while there's, you know, 7 or 8 hands and arms in there trying to put that shock back on and mess with the radius rods, there was hands. Everybody's trying to do stuff, looking away as he's welding and trying to do stuff blind. Like it was crazy. And then that held on and that went out there and finished 10th. However it got it done, that's all that matters. So, you know, shout out to all the boys that helped put that back together. To Billy for wheeling that thing afterwards, and putting it, you know, better. Mikey Butler in the Facebook chat over here. Howdy, Mikey. I'm talking about you there, bud. But shout out to everybody that helped make that possible. And to Billy for, that thing had to be evil trying to drive that thing. You could tell in the video that he had his hands full and just held on and made a 10th place finish come out of that thing. And then they pushed that bad boy out for retirement, for an early retirement. That race car's done because the cage was bent. Everything else was bent on that car, but she had one last good run in her, and that's the result there. But again, no, you know, things happen. You know, guys lose it on the racetrack and spin out. Things happen. You know, so I do want to give a little bit to Brian Cool, who went on Facebook and apologized 100%. Obviously took full blame for everything that happened. He felt bad for Tanner and Billy getting involved and junking their cars and stuff. But like I said, Brian, it happens, buddy. And I know Tanner put out a thing. Tanner and his group put out a thing that looks like they may be done for a little while. But hopefully they get something together. They can keep racing. Would hate to see that, but Tanner was okay. Saw him briefly as they were driving out of the pits. He said he was fine. So that was the Pauch night, Saturday at New Egypt. That was the only race that Billy ran this week. We got Mike's results to get into it at some point here in the next couple minutes. Mikey, what are you saying over here? That thing should have never gotten back on the racetrack. I've never seen that before. Listen, I mean, you were the one in there. You were the one in there getting your hands dirty more than I was. And on the way down there, you were like, there's no way he's getting back out there. Well, you were the one that made it, one of the ones that made it happen. And it's funny that you were the one, as we were running down, saying, that thing's not getting back on the racetrack. Well, you proved yourself wrong. Ding dong. Matt, he was. We came up from that, and then they had another wreck, and then he's down there working on other cars, changing tires. I told him to stop. So pretty soon you're not going to be able to race your own race. Like, what are you doing, dude? He's always he's the busiest guy in the pits as it is. I can't stop him. Can't stop him. Yeah. Yeah, Matt, seriously. Yeah, it was minutes. And I mean, that's just determination. Everybody, and a lot of people jumping in to help out. So, yep, he helped Dom too. Yeah, it was, there was a couple guys that came in, and he was just, him and Dan Fleming. They were just back and forth there. It's crazy. Yeah, Mikey, that's it, man. Mikey was the big... Oh, yeah, you saw me take the hood off, yeah. I helped take the hood off. Actually, I was sitting there in Billy's ear telling him, like, hey, just letting you know, they might not let you back on the racetrack. And he was like, they better let me on the racetrack. Because I wasn't sure, because he got out and the red flag and all that stuff, but that all got overlooked. We're not even talking about it. But we were coaching from afar. But like I said, you get to a point where there's too many hands. And if I just jumped in there like between Mikey and Dan and was just like, here, hand me something, they would have been like, get out of here. What are you doing? We don't need you in here. And not because you're stupid. We don't need you in here. This microphone's going to drive me freaking crazy. Absolutely, dude. All right, yeah. That's it. Now can Billy reclip the car or rebuild that car, or is it completely sorry, hang on. Or completely junked? Didn't get to watch the video yet. That car is junk. I don't know what he's doing with it. I don't know if Bicknell takes chassis back. I've never been involved in that kind of situation, but or if he's just taking it to the scrapyard, I have no idea. But that car will not, for him at least, it won't race again. It was bad. It was bad. I mean, you're putting it on a flat surface and it's rocking back and forth, and the cage that's supposed to be, supposed to be like this. I know my head's not straight, but cage like this, it's like it's no bueno. So, if it had just been the front end, like where I showed you in the picture, where the shock tower was, if it had just been the front clip, yeah, you they might have put a front clip on it, or maybe Billy just wouldn't want to deal with it, and maybe could have given it to somebody else who would want to take the time and clip it. Then you're fine. But that hit was hard enough that it went through the entire frame, and Tanner also hit the top of the car, so that's where the frame, the cage gets bent. So it's a done deal. No. Oh man. Yeah, Mikey, that's on Facebook. I can't figure that out. I stopped caring. No, I'm not saying I stopped caring. I got to figure that out. It's a streaming thing. It's cuz I'm mirroring from YouTube onto Facebook. So, thank you, buddy, and I know it stops every so often. It like freezes up. Yeah, no, you're good, man. Thank you. But yeah, the YouTube stream should be pretty clean, but the Facebook one it lags for a second every so often, and that's because it's one stream to the next. Yeah, but thank you, dude. Thank you. Need to take that, put it in the front yard of Billy's house, and fill it with dirt, and make a nice planter out of it. Yeah, a nice front. Nice lawn ornament, right? Yeah, there you go. Nothing hillbilly about that. Nothing wrong with that. Just saying. Yeah. The cage was so out of whack. We're gonna give you 2 stars for being the hood man. I'll take it. There you go. Yard art. That's it. Is that what they call it down south? Yard art? I think that's what my cousins have called it in the past. Yard art. Yeah. Expensive lawn ornaments. But not that one. Not that one. That one's going to get, like I said, I don't know if that's a return sender. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what how he's going to handle it. But just time to get a new one, right? Get a fresh 2020, get the latest and greatest 2026 Bicknell. Right? Just don't put Christmas trees or Christmas tree lights around it. Don't? Why not? That's not in style. It's not in style. Okay, fair enough. I got you. All right, enough about Billy. Yeah, what about taking a wrecked race car and finishing 10th about it? We don't need to talk about that all night. We don't need to talk about that much. Come on. It is, yeah. I'm surprised, and I didn't really ask too much about it, but I mean, with how high the rear of the car went up in the air when they made contact, that there wasn't something crazy wrong with the rear end of the car, but there might have been, and they may have found it when they were taking everything apart, but I think it was bad. TBD said that his New Egypt car was hurt and he won't be there for last points race and won't have a backup. Yep. Yeah. I mean, listen, hopefully something works out for them. You know, they got a budget operation over there. They got to, you know, they got to make sure it makes sense for them, but maybe something will work out. Be nice. I don't know. I know Billy's in a spot where even if he didn't show up on Saturday, he would still finish third in points, as far as I saw. I don't know where Tanner should be. Yeah, he's top 5 in points. He's fourth, I believe. I don't know what his point situation is like, but that's right. Mikey drove his butt off. Need him to win. He needs to get a star. He said he felt okay. I didn't check in with him after Saturday night, but yeah, they can make a go-kart out of it. There you go. I'm sure he'll be all right. He's tough, but yeah, no, he does have to think about his back. But he said he was fine on Saturday, and maybe he might have been feeling it yesterday, but I'm sure he's okay. I mean, at least on the other side of crew chief coming in clutch here. What do you got for me, Phil Bob? My dad's got oh, that's what I wanted him to send. Okay, so here, all right, I'm gonna send this to. All right, I gotta download it, guys. I'm gonna have a picture of the cage. We'll talk about Mike's results here because Mike picked up another win at Airborne this past week on Thursday. So we'll get Mr. Mahaney some love here as well. But my dad just sent me a picture. He had a straight edge up against the cage, so you can see how much it actually moved. No, come on, what are we doing here? Need a quick edit. Come on. All right. I just saved a photo in my phone as Billy's cage. It's not a red flag or anything. All right, let's see. Thanks, Dad. Actually meant to have him send that to me yesterday, so we'll get that up here. But yeah, we'll talk about Mike a little bit. So Mike picked up. So it was back to back for Michael up at Airborne. So back to back wins at Airborne for Mr. Mike Mahaney. I mean, just continuing his hot streak, even after becoming a dad. I mean, who's to say that becoming a dad isn't the key to kicking ass? So congrats to Mike and the whole Team 35 team and crew and all the guys up there for getting her done at Airborne. And then I believe he finished 8th at Albany Saratoga on Friday, and then he was off the rest of the weekend. So Mike getting her done at Airborne, and then a decent run at Albany as well to cap off his weekend on Friday. Guys, since we're still somewhat on the topic of our Dirt Track Untold drivers here, let me pull this up real quick. Since we were talking about Billy's car and the cage. Let me bring that in here. Is Airborne import that Addison County clay? I don't know what they do for their clay. It's good surface there, so I don't know where it comes from. Mike running Mr. Dirt. Good question. When is that race? Was that 11 Valley? With a flat left front. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he was I mean, that's a tire if you want if you're wanting to get a flat, if you're going to get one, that's the one to get cuz you can keep running on that all night long. 28th. Well, let's pull the schedule up. What are we doing? There you go. 28th. I had it on the schedule the whole time. We'll put the schedule up here, and then we'll check out this picture that we got here. But yeah, so Billy will be at let me double check my schedule here. So if you're looking to get a schedule like this and also get updates like I got right here, I got an email for this week's schedule, which should match this one. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so I'm missing one on here. What am I missing? What got added? Oh, nothing. No, we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, what got added that I'm missing here? I don't know. I can't see it. Oh, Albany Saratoga is missing out of here. So Albany, so Mike will be at Albany between the 28th and the 30th there on Friday the 29th. But Billy's up next here tomorrow at Georgetown, and then both him and BP3 will be at Action Track USA, Kutztown for Kutztown on Wednesday. Then Mike's at Airborne Thursday, and then Lebanon Valley. So that's the Mr. Dirt race, Lebanon Valley. And then Friday the 29th, he'll be at Albany Saratoga, which isn't on this one that I have. This is the one time I'm actually over prepared, and I'm wrong now. But Albany Saratoga on the 29th. But that's why you get a week, another updated one week of. So you can see on my phone here, don't mind my bum thumb, but you get your updated from us schedule that the Dirt Track Untold team sends out to everybody via newsletter. So you can sign up for that and get that every week. But then you get a monthly one every month. So at the beginning of the month, I got the one for August, and then I clipped it out for each week, and I put it up here, and I'm missing a show. Just kidding. But then Devil's Bowl for Mike, and then it says here that Mike and Billy will be a big diamond, but on here it says just Billy. So the most updated schedule says just Billy will be a big diamond on the 31st. So we're going to go with that. So ignore Michael's name at the bottom there. Looks like it's just going to be Billy. Unless somebody with more power than me comes in here and tells me that I'm wrong. Which could very well happen. There you go. You're in the pits that night. Got to meet Mike. Go ahead. Absolutely. Mike's ready to meet anybody at any time. As long as he's not actively working on something, I'm pretty sure he's ready to go at any point. So there's your schedule for you guys. Let me... So here is the picture that I was just sent from my dad from the teardown process. And so here's the cage of Billy's car with a straight edge on it. So you can see the straight edge, and you see how much of a gap. I don't know how much of a gap there was there, but it's, and then you see right above the roof mount in the front, you can see right next to the rock screen in the corner there where the cage was hit. That's where the impact on the cage was. And that, you know, that folded in. I mean, that's a significant move. So it's what you call a no bueno situation right there. But you can see, dang. Wish Billy would run Mr. Dirt. Yeah. Billy's a bit busy guy. Yeah, Nick, that's how quick everything happened, man. I mean, you see it in the video and it doesn't look as violent, but man, it was real time. That was a hard it all happened so fast and so quick. And even in, the slowest part of the racetrack, you're talking center, not center to coming off the corner, everyone's still slowed down. It's just still that hard of an impact, man. It's crazy. You see how far over that's moved. It's crazy. You're right. Mike is the most accessible and friendliest driver. You're absolutely right. I want to make sure that gets up there. Look at that. Yeah, absolutely. Do they require TIG welding? That thing's toast, man. How come Bill has not said anything about his new nephew? I don't think he's been asked, to be honest. Listen, other than his own kids, I'm just kidding. He just hasn't said anything. He's definitely mentioned it in a video or two, but he's not going to be constantly talking about it. But he's just as excited as everybody else for Mike and Mandee. I mean, he's an uncle. So there you go. Thank you, Dad, for that picture. Billy is 36 points behind first. As the next race double points, it might help it if it. Nope. As far as I am to understand, there's nothing flashy, fancy, different about Championship Night at New Egypt Speedway. It will just be a regular points night. No double points, no twin 20s or anything like that, like they used to kind of do back in the day. It is just straight up points. So he is 36 points. If my math is right, because I've been doing this for Mikey and his point situation, 36 points he'd have to win. Danny Buck, who's leading the points, would have to finish, I believe, 19th or worse in order for him to overtake him in points. And then, but that would also mean that Ryan Godown, who is second in points, who's only 2 points behind Danny, would probably have to finish 18th or worse. So the two of them would have to have really, really bad nights right away for Billy to have a chance, and then Billy would still have to win. Yeah. In reality, it's between Danny Buck and Ryan Godown, which those guys have had great seasons and deserve it. Just haven't had the really bad luck that Billy has run into. But Billy has third all by himself, and I don't think he can be overtaken. So, I mean, hey, just a Hail Mary. That's my bad throwing motion. Just a Hail Mary away from maybe something happening. Like I said, I'm dealing with it with my guy Mike Butler in the crate division. We need a Hail Mary on Saturday for him to maybe have a shot, but mathematically it's there. It's not impossible. So you show up on Saturday and you run your best. Maybe you pluck off a win, and you let the rest fall where it may. But I don't want to be Mr. Fanboy, but I do just want to meet Mike. And yeah, that's great. And he'll be happy to give you some time. So don't be afraid to approach him. Don't be afraid to approach him at all. Even if you want to be Mr. Fanboy, I would. I'd run right up to him. It's different because he knows who I am, but I like embarrassing guys like that. Oh my God, you're my favorite driver. I'll just be like, Jordan, just get away from me. Okay. Calm down. So we got Billy and his mostly cruddy night. But again, hats off to everybody who made something out of nothing for that night. Mike, big win at Airborne once again, going back to back. And then a solid night, which could have been a bad night with his run at Albany. There's your Dirt Track Untold drivers. We're almost 40 minutes into this thing, and we're still talking about these guys. Jeez. What are we doing? I mean, hot topics for this week. You guys, let's see. I mean, what do we got? What do we got? What do I have? What do I have for you guys? I mean, what do you guys want to talk about? What do we got here? Anything outstanding coming? I mean, still, Umbenhauer winning up at Grandview. Yeah, Mark Johnson and Bicchetti at Lebanon Valley. I mean, Danny Creed and Accord. Loudon Reimer picking up the win at Big Diamond. Shepard at Utica Rome. Mike Mahaney at Airborne. How about Briggs Dan? How about Justin Grant, guys? Justin Grant. Broken foot, and he's still winning races. Still winning races. Him and Briggs Danner put on a show. Unfortunately for Briggs, got upside down. At yep, Jason, here you are. You're right here with me. And I got the video of the flip. Do that. There's Mr. Van Dorn. We will be at Georgetown tomorrow. Our spec program in New Egypt car needs major repairs, and we'll take a few weeks to get back together. All right, so hey, it's repairable. So Jason, you're telling me it's repairable. I mean, that's big. That's big. Like I said, I saw you. I saw Tanner briefly when you guys were leaving. He said he was okay, so that's obviously good. Oh, so the car's not okay. So we're looking at a frame, right? That's the way it's looking. Okay. So just like kind of in the same boat as Billy, it seems like. Okay. I mean, hey, it sucks. I feel for you guys. It's a rough deal, man. But all right, so you guys have another car over Georgetown. Okay. I got you. Listen, Tanner's okay, and it's a sucky deal, but everyone's okay and walked away and lived the race another day, right, man? Hey, Jim's here. Had me on the road. Oh boy, all right. That's it. That's it, man. Well, hey, I'm glad to hear once again that everything's good, and get another frame, get him in that car, and get him out there, and hopefully get some wins for that kid. Good luck to you guys tomorrow, for sure. Jim, what's up, buddy? This weekend Oswego Budweiser Classic. Wally, what do you got? Weekend with super modifieds. Nice, good stuff. Good stuff. For the last crates took 35 laps. The mod feature went green to checkered. Matt, they listen. It's like 1 week everyone's like, we want to be, you know, we want to take forever. Next week, oh no, we want to take forever. Normally, I make the joke. It's like everyone wants to be the crate division because crates always take, it's always crates take forever to, get a feature in. Blah blah blah. Modify's been taking forever to get a show in. Bad. Anyway, yeah. Shout out to Briggs Danner putting on a show out there. Justin Grant with a broken foot. That's what I was talking about before, but I wanted to get to Jason over here. Jim, I know, man. Jim, you're working on race cars. You're a busy guy. You're a busy guy. You got a new grandchild that you gotta spend some time with, right? You got race cars you gotta work on because Dad's busy, So I'm sure you're a little tired, but we're glad to see you spend a little time here with us too. Appreciate it. Justin Grant is magic in a sprint car. I watched him at Eldora this May. Yeah. And again, with broken limbs, still winning races, and then getting out and standing on top of the car. Like, come on, man. Like, you don't have to just make us all look just... Come on. It's unbelievable. But yeah, our guy Briggs Danner having a rough go at it. I don't need my face in the way here, but unfortunately, that was his. Racing for the win, and it just hooked that cushion, man. Just hooked. But Briggs and Justin were putting on a show for everyone there. Man, that was going to be good. Man, that was going to be real good. That was 1 to go, I believe. It was either 2 to go or 1 to come, or I think they were coming to the white right there. Briggs was about to cross them up. They were going to be side by side going in the next corner. It was going to be good. It was going to be a good one. But Briggs Danner running great, man. Making a name for himself running with these guys. This is just a hiccup, but glad to see that he was okay as well for something like that. But then Justin Grant goes and wins and doing all this stuff like again with broken limbs and stuff, man. Him and Cummins on Thursday was a great show too. Yeah, you're right, absolutely. We had the late models at Port Royal as well. Who ended up winning that? Ricky Thornton, right? Ricky Thornton ended up taking up. He swept. What was it? 2 nights at Port Royal. Or was it just the... Yeah, they ran... Well, they had the Rumble... with 50 grand to win. The Rumble by the River finale, Port Royal. But did Thornton win both? There was 2 nights Thornton won? Good racing. Thursday, yeah, Lebanon Valley. Yep, Mike will be there. What's up, Eli? What's up, bud? My guy. Speaking of new babies, it's you, bud. Airborne's on Wednesday? Really? Is that what that said? It's funny. I opened up my phone and Mikey Butler text me. And I just see your face, and I'm like, can't wait to see what this says. Yeah, Airborne 27th. So that is Wednesday. You're right, Steven. Yep, Wednesday. Because Thursday it'll be a Lebanon Valley. Blah, blah, blah. It's on the schedule here. Tuesday. So tomorrow, then Wednesday, and then Thursday. And then we're missing Friday with Albany, Saratoga. But yeah, good stuff. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Mike will make it 3 in a row, hopefully, right? That's what we're hoping. That's what we need. I don't know what his point situation is like up there. Wacky Wednesday. Oh, I'm doing a backpack giveaway. Good for them. Nice, nice, nice. This is their last show during the week. Okay, so what do they go to? What do they do? Do they have Saturday to end the year? Yeah, I figured he was leading the points. He's been winning races up there like crazy. But did they switch? I'm thinking they switched to Saturday, right? Maybe one. They have one more show after this week. Yeah, right. They're switching that because of Lebanon Valley. Okay. Yep. Ah, no big deal for him. He's a racer. Big Diamond. That's not. Is that not? I don't think he's going to big. Well, he wasn't on the updated schedule, Jim. I don't know if he's actually going to Big Diamond or not. It was on the one schedule. It's not on the other one. Slim lead over Felix, really? I mean, I guess Felix Waugh has been winning too, and has been right there on him. So, but yeah, guys, talking about the schedules, you get those if you sign up for the newsletter. You can join Club DTU over on Patreon. So don't forget to check that out. The link for that is in the description of the YouTube video, so you can check that out whenever you get a chance. Get access to early access to content, the podcasts, merch. I need to do merch that drops, stuff like I'm wearing right now, the Dirt Track Untold merch. So join Club DTU if you're interested in getting a little more access to the team, including race day updates live from the racetrack. Speaking of the podcast, Tuesdays, Mandee's Dirt Track Confessions drops every Tuesday. Just make sure you're keeping an eye out for that at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That drops every Tuesday. Yeah, Jim. It was missing from the. Of course, like I prepare ahead of time and I have that clipped out, and it didn't have Friday on there for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it was just missing in that section. But it's on the new updated schedule that I was sent today for the week. Just like anyone else that was subscribed would have gotten the updated schedule for this week. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, did I miss anything? Is there anything big that we missed that we should talk about? Anything at all? What's coming up? I'm handing the reins to you guys a little bit here in the last couple minutes. If there's anything that we missed that we got to talk about, otherwise it's on to next week. We got some big racing coming up this week that you guys can check out that we talked about with the Dirt Track Untold guys. Obviously the end of the year coming up here. The seasons are closing out. The big races are going to be coming up, so we're going to have the big money shows to be talking about. Super Dirt stuff, the Super Dirt week coming up. We got World Finals at the end of the year. We got all the stuff for all the different racing series. Ouch. So ramping up, getting excited. All the stuff ramping up here for the end of the year. All right, guys. Well, appreciate everybody's time tonight talking about this past weekend of racing. Past week and weekend of racing. Again, shout out to everybody who was here tonight, and yeah, Labor Day weekend coming up. Happy Labor Day weekend for everybody. Enjoy yourself this upcoming weekend. Go enjoy some racing somewhere. Pick a racetrack. Either go to it or watch a live stream if they have it available. And support your local racetrack if you can. Guys, I appreciate everybody that came and hung out tonight and talked a little bit. We need Mike to grab me. Yeah, I know, man. You're right. But thank you, everybody. Appreciate y'all for coming out and hanging out and chatting it up. I appreciate it. It seemed like the chat was going a mile a minute. Tough for me to keep up with. I like that. I appreciate you guys coming in and talking with me and keeping this thing rolling. But we'll be back again, same time next Monday, around 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And again, go out to the races if you can. If you can't, pick a live stream and watch it. Support your local racetrack. Support the Dirt Track Untold team and watch and go and that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.